With utter annihilation on multiple fronts, the fractured heroes of the Marvel Universe will need to come together like never before in order to save the world as we know it. All this and more in the pages of Empyre number 6, the grand finale. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? So then, as the comic opens up, Iron Man and Reed Richards decide to get us all up to speed on what you may have missed in the previous issue. Basically, everything is bad everywhere. There's the Pyre, a Kree-Skrull weapon that is going to detonate the sun and kill everyone on Earth. Then you have the Death Blossom that the Kotati have planted in Wakanda, which is also gonna kill everyone, and then you actually have something from the Fantastic Four tie-in book coming back here now, the Dark Harvest sacrificing those two kids, who are basically physical embodiments of the decades-long war between the Kree and Skrull, and if they are sacrificed, well, that war is gonna start all over again, and they're gonna kill each other.
Oh no, I don't know what I'm doing! I'm so fucked here!
Mr. Fantastic and Tony figure, hey, we're smart guys, so if we just divide the work evenly, surely we'll be able to save the day, right? Reed will use his brand new Iron Man suit to go deal with Sequoia in Wakanda, while Tony gets to work on stopping the sun from exploding. Of course, this still leaves the matter of who's gonna actually lead this new Kree-Skrull empire, as the old Empress has taken the form of Hulkling and tried to lead an insurrection. Hilariously, the Skrull Empress had no idea what was going on with the Dark Harvest, and her little inner circle actually starts turning on themselves, as old memories of the Kree-Skrull war and all the hate that goes along with it starts bubbling up. Even Major Victory decides to turn tail and join the good guys at this point. The good guys have a plan, but it's incredibly risky. The Human Torch can control fire, and Captain Marvel, now still the Accuser, can redirect energy. If Teddy can deal with his crazy evil grandma, then maybe Wiccan can teleport the other two to the sun and they can drain off some of the power before it truly fully goes nuclear. And hey, speaking of familial connections, and I absolutely was, all of that really starts to take center stage in Empyre, and you realize, oh, I guess this is what the story was always about, huh? Be it Hulkling having to deal with his heritage, Mantis having a reckoning with her son Sequoia, who in this issue comes to a major head when she uses her mental powers to help amplify the Invisible Woman, giving them an edge in their fight against a mad and mind-controlled She-Hulk. Heck, even that Kree and Skrull kid who are bred for the sole purpose of fighting each other and propagating the Kree and Skrull war, even they kinda have a come-to-family moment, as they are the only two people in the universe who can truly understand what the other person is going through. And it's only after they put to bed generations worth of hate and war and aggression does the tide actually start turning for the good guys. The Kree and Skrull are now finally on the same page. Black Panther is absolutely not dead following the previous issue. How did he survive getting stabbed through the chest? Well, he's the king of the dead, don't you know? And basically he was able to slow down his heart and stop the bleeding to make it just look like he was dead.
You were already dead. You didn't have a pulse.
Oh, you never do blood before? Sometime your heart stops, start up again.
Black Panther starts kicking ass and taking names before he's eventually backed up by, well, everybody, all the Avengers of Earth, the Kree and Skrull, who are now finally on the same page. But wait, you're probably thinking, didn't they plant the Death Blossom? Can't Sequoia just control all plant life with his mind? Well, he does that and even threatens to take control of Black Panther's own heart-shaped herb, but the new Fantastic Four armor actually comes equipped with ultrasonics that are able to interfere with Sequoia's ability to manipulate plants with his mind, basically shutting off his greatest power. Oh yeah, and Thor is there too, and he's also developed the power to control plants now. He doesn't call himself the son of Odin, he calls himself the son of Gaia. As in Mother Earth. Wow, that Thor tie-in series that they ended up canceling sounds like a real doozy and probably would have explained a lot of this, so I guess we're just gonna have to go with it. With his back truly against the wall and the fight almost over, Swordsman shows his true colors by taking his very own son hostage. Again, this was a story all about family and who stands by you through good and through bad. Black Panther now truly fully realizes that this is not the Avenger he once knew, as even though the original Jacques wasn't exactly a great man, he would never go to such lengths, and because of that, Black Panther feels a-okay ending his planty life stabbing him with the Star Sword. With Swordsman dead and Sequoia captured, the war is basically all but over. Iron Man is able to techno-babble his way into some sort of nano-machine solution for dealing with the exploding sun. Hulkling defeats his grandmother and manages to take away her ability to shapeshift, in doing so proving that he's a lot more than a figurehead leader of this new Kree-Skrull alliance. He truly is a leader because he was willing to give of himself. And with that, yeah, the day is pretty much more or less saved, and as Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic say, this is going to usher in a brand new age of cosmic unity. The lines on the map have all been officially redrawn, and there's no telling what that's going to mean for the future, but you better believe when it does happen, we're probably going to get to read stories about it. And so that was Empyre issue number 6, everybody, and I gotta say, man, it's interesting to see a big Marvel cosmic war event actually boil down to pretty much all the opposites of those things. This was a story about the bonds of family and friendship, about surrounding yourself with the right people and not being afraid to trust the future to proper hands. Wow, I was not expecting that, honestly. This was also an event that, despite all of the odds, the tie-ins actually ended up being pretty important. In fact, I just wish we got to read some of them, like the Thor one and like the She-Hulk one. This story also kind of left me with a nice feeling too, because unlike a lot of big events that end with, you know, some big loss and what that's gonna mean for the world and the stories going forward, this one actually left you with more than when you started. I don't know if it quite passes my brand new bar for modern Avengers excellence, that is the No Road Home, No Surrender series, but still, this was pretty damn solid, and at 6 issues it was nice and brief and didn't waste my time. Overall, I'd give this one a very positive 8.5 out of 10. It was a good time.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow, and, you know, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.